Okay, here is a look at the chocolate StarrScream. And this one is much different than the previous iterations of the same variety. I actually grew a few plants last year, and all of them turned out to be smooth and straight except one plant. And so from that plant, I took the seed and I grew these. The entire plant from last year looks pretty much like these. It looked like that. It has this little curve and tail behind it, and so I harvest seeds from those, and then I saved it and I grew it into this one here. And so this one, it didn't look too much like last year, like this, but it has these little grooves and stuff like that. So it's still pretty inconsistent, but still a very, very beautiful plant. And I just love how productive it is, and it can get like enormous and produce a ton of pods. They kind of grow in little clusters. You see here? So the temperature last night dropped to like 29 degrees Fahrenheit for like a few hours, then it went back up, and so these plants are struggling like crazy. You see the leaves are dropping as I touch them. That's from the cold weather. So I need to pick all of this pretty soon, because we're probably going to get cold weather from now on. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and pick a few pods and try them out. I've eaten a bunch of these already, and I really like it. It's pretty sweet and also very spicy. So let's pick one here. And you see, it's not the smooth and straight round variety, and this is all through the process of selection. So I just select a plant that produces the most consistent shape of a certain kind, and then I take those seeds and grow them. So so far it's working. So if you take pods off of plants that produce shapes all over the place, very likely you're not going to know what it's going to look like. But if the entire plant look the same, then that is very likely that when you grow them the next time, they will come out somewhat like that. So that is what's happening here. So let's take this inside and try it out. Okay, here is a close-up look at these beautiful peppers, and I just love the way they look. These little swirled, and the color and everything is just looks fantastic. So let's open it up and take a look inside. Okay, so here is what it looks like. Got a good amount of seeds. Very pretty on the inside. Look at that. I think the wall is pretty thick. And wow, it smells pretty good from here as well. So it has a really nice strong aroma. Has a nice sweet smell. Very similar to some of the sweeter varieties of peppers. And it does have a little bit of a peppery flavor after that, or a peppery aroma after the sweet smell. Smells more like a fruit than a pepper to me. Okay, so let's try it out and see how good this is. Okay, here we are. This is my chocolate StarrScream, a different variation. This is the one with the little swirl, and I do have the straighter varieties that are just round and smooth. And I selectively collect seeds from the plant that produced this shape last year. And I actually have two colors, the red and the chocolate. So I'll see if I can find some pictures for both. That way I can put it on the screen so you can see what these look like last year. But these are just amazing varieties that I created a while back. It was a cross between a white Thai and the Linzo. And then after that, I selectively grown some of the prettiest plants that I was able to get. And then down the line, it produced really smooth pods that are a little rounder than this, very much like the white Thai. And then I've gotten a few that produced this shapes right here. And it was red initially, And then I took that and I grew it, and then I got the chocolate version. And so now I have both chocolate and the red version. Okay, so let's give it a smell again. Yeah, it smells very like a fruit. Every time I smell this similar scent, it always reminds me of green guava. When I was little, I used to grow guava with my grandfather, and that smell just sticks to my head, ever since. And every time I smell these varieties, that's what it reminds me of. Slightly sweet, a little fruity, and it has a really pleasant smell. I just love it. Okay, so actually, we're just gonna take a bite out of this. Wow. Very, very sweet. Awesome flavor. And then heat. And then the sweetness stays in my mouth for a while. It's still sweet now. Wow, this is so far the sweetest variety of this season. Besides the Stargazer. Stargazer is pretty sweet as well, but this one is actually sweeter. So when you eat peppers, you get this sweet taste, and most of them is very slightly sweet. It's not like a fruit sweet where you eat an apple and they're sweet. This one is like that. It's like, not apple sweet, but very, very sweet. Got some seed in it. Excellent aroma, great flavor. Very good. Where the sweetness is so different. Like without the heat, you would think that this is some kind of mild fruit. And the heat is actually not bad. It does have a little kick, but it's not the kick that I got from the super pekin I ate the other day. So all up and down the peppers, very similar. At the tip, it's not as sweet. Towards the middle, it's sweeter. So once you get through the sweetness, and then the heat kicks in, it does have a good amount of heat, but it's very manageable heat. So I'm not sweating, not scratching my head, not crying or anything like that. Like the super pekins, if you've seen the recent video, man, that thing was hot. So now it's because I've eaten probably almost half of the pepper. Heat is all over, mainly at the back of the tongue and the throat. But overall, wow, this is probably one of my favorite already for the sweetness and great flavor and heat, perfect amount of heat. So I would say for people that like the mild flavor or medium heat, nice sweetness, great flavor. There's no bitterness in here. This is the one. And also, it's a very pretty plant that produces a ton of beautiful fruits. So because this one produced so many good seeds, I'm gonna collect a bunch of them because they're all ready right now, and then I'm gonna start giving them out so that people will have some to grow in the coming spring or towards the growing season. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.